we need to reduce little bit. Hello, good afternoon. In our last session, we discussed the select statement. Using select statement, we searched few things. We retrieved data from the database using select statement. As we were discussing yesterday, with select statement, we use their like operator. Like operator we use when we have to search certain patterns. So when we use string patterns, we need to search some text data based on the pattern. When you have to search, you can use like operator. So using like operator, we search, we retrieve data from the database. Okay, so the different operators we use are like operator. Then similarly we have in operator. Okay, then between operator also we have. Yesterday we saw both like and in operator. Today we are going to look into the between operator. Using between also we retrieve data. These are the operators we use with the SqlServer TSQL. Similarly, we can use equal symbol also, we use sometimes not also, we can use exclamation along with the where clause. So along with where clause we can use all these. Using these operators, we retrieve data with the help of the select statement. As we know, select statement is a statement with the help of that rows are returned. Whenever you specify any condition, when conditions are met, when condition is met, it's going to retrieve rows from the database table. It need not be one table, it can be even multiple tables. Even from multiple tables, we retrieve data. Okay, so from multiple tables also we retrieve data. Yesterday we saw how to use select with top. Similarly, with the wildcards, we used yesterday wildcards. Using wildcards also, in search we used actually with where clause we used wildcards. Okay, similarly we saw like operator. Today we are going to look into in operator also we saw yesterday. Okay, similarly we are going to look into today the between operator. Using between operator also, you can use within the select query. In the where clause you can use between operator. So whenever we use between operator, from a range of values we can select a value. From range of values we can be selecting a value. So normally the select query is something like this. We write select, we put here a star, from table name, followed by here what we do, from table name we use a where clause, followed by here column, where column, then write between. So here you can write val1 and val2. So in this range we are going to retrieve data. From this range data can be retrieved. So these can be numbers or text or dates. We can use here the numbers or text or dates with the between operator. Okay, we can be selecting. Here val1 and val2 are going to be inclusive in this. These are not exclusive, they are inclusive. That means in the selection the val1 and val2 are also involved. We use like this here, between clause, we use here. So using between operator we can retrieve values from the given range. This is a select statement. Like is an operator, in is an operator, between is an operator, the equal can be an operator, not is an operator. Similarly, whenever you want to use exclamation, that is for not. Either you can use NOT or you can use this exclamation symbol for not. Okay, so now we are going to look into the between operator, how it can be used to select data from the given table. We write first of all like this: select star from table name, where column we put here, where column between val1 and val2. So that way we are going to retrieve data from the given table now. As we know, here in the AdventureWorks database, we have a table. In the AdventureWorks database, we have actually a table that is, yesterday we were working with the person.person, I think that was a table. From that we retrieved data. If you look at person.person, here in which we had the person type, person's name style, title, first name, middle name, last name. Even yesterday, if you recall, we used isNull operator, isNull function. So whenever the given column is containing null value, what happens? So if you try to concatenate, I mean more than one column, from that if any one column is returning null value, so newly concatenated value becomes actually null. So be careful with null value. Whenever you have null in that, just use isNull function. Whenever it contains null value, whatever string you want to return, you can return, or you can return empty string. Like that you can use here isNull. Yesterday I demonstrated, in last session I demonstrated how to use isNull, isNull function. How to use isNull function I have demonstrated. Because if you look at data, the person.person table, first name, it's not null. Middle name can be null. You can see the scheme of the table. When you look at the scheme of the table, you can find here the first name is, it is what? It's not null. But when it is middle name, this is going to be null. When you take last name again, last name, it cannot be null there. So the middle name, there is a possibility of having null values. You can suspect like this. Since we defined it as null, okay, since we are allowing null values, there is a possibility of having missing the middle name. So in such cases, that returns a null value. Therefore, whenever it's null value, if you try to concatenate first name, middle name and last name, you want to make only one name. So in such cases, if any column is containing null value, the newly concatenated column will contain a null value only. So in such cases, to avoid such operation, such result, what you do? You just use isNull function. Whenever it finds null value, it can return whatever string you specify, or it can be returning some empty string. Like that you can make it. In our yesterday's session, we returned empty string. We returned just empty string in such cases. Okay, so this was the table we were using. We have chosen this table. The reason was we need to perform like operation with the strings. For that we have chosen this particular table. We have chosen this table for that purpose. Now let us look into between operator also. You see here modified date. You have here one modified date. So in the case of modified date, I want to find out all those rows which have been modified in the given dates. Between the two given dates, what rows are modified in this, I want to find out. So therefore, for that I use. Now this is what new query editor window or query analyzer window this is. You need to choose here, first of all, database which you would like to open. You have opened here AdventureWorks 2008 R2, the database we have opened. Okay, once database is opened, you need to perform here, you need to run a select query. You should run a select query now here in this. Okay, let me run here select query to retrieve data from this table. Based on what exactly I want to choose here, the first name, then middle name, then the last name, similarly title. Okay, so sometimes title may be available, may not be available. It may be available or may not be available. When title is not available, what we display, see there. So here select followed by star from, first of all look into the table data, how it is appearing. Person.person we keep. Person is going to be here, the table. Okay, person.person is a schema. In that person schema, again you have a table called as person. Just execute. It's going to display data this way here. Business entity ID, person type, name style, title. Sometimes you have a null value. There is a null value sometimes. Okay, so we have sometimes null value. When you don't have any title, then what title we put? Normally what we can keep? So whenever there is no title, we put it as honorable. Honorable we put in such cases. Now here try to select data. First of all, like this. Select. I want to go with actually here the title. Select is null. Here it is. Title we put. Whenever if it is null value, therefore what you do? We put like honorable, like this. Like this we put, followed by title. Again we use the column name as title only, like this we use. The name is going to be again title in that. It says invalid column name because we haven't specified so far any. You put this as person title because we haven't specified any table name, due to that it says invalid column name. Okay, we write it as person title, then followed by, we use first name and last name. This time I just don't want to use middle name, just I want to use here the first name and last name. Therefore I put it as first name, I put plus here, then give a space, then put it as last name. Last name, then name this as here full name. You can say this as full name here. Yesterday I was using as, but without as also you can make it. Okay, next thing is I would like to retrieve from the table first of all, from person.person, like this I try to show you, person.person. So from the table we are going to retrieve data. Okay, select is null, title comma honorable, person title comma first name, then space you provide last name, it's going to be called as full name from person.person. Like this we have here the two new column names, one is person title, other one is full name. So just execute, you get data this way. Okay, so here space is not enough, it's taking only, okay, it's not using totally. Title we have kept here, honorable also we kept here. Length is how much for us here? It's n varchar of 8. Okay, so it's n varchar of 8. Therefore no, though it is 8 characters, it should use actually how much length you give, that with that much length it should give us. Okay, title when we take, we declare it as only 8, that is fine. But here it should actually take more than that also if needed. Okay, so just try to put actually HONR, this much we put, time being. Now just select and execute. When you execute, it's showing like this. So whenever Mrs. or Mr. is missing, in such cases we just use HONR, it means honorable. Like that we use here. So we retrieve data and here we concatenated first name with last name. Like this we show data here. Okay, now if you look at once again the table data, once again look at this. Here you have certain dates, modified dates you have, starting from 2008, 0 to 082. So last one is somewhere in 2007 I think. It is 2008 till 2008 you have. I want to now select all the modified data. All the modified data I would like to find out between 2003 to 2008. So I try to select data this way now. I once again copy this, then here I put the query, then I write here where clause, where I should use here the modified date. We put modified date. So when, what is the modified date? Modified date we use here, followed by between I should use. Here use between. What is the date exactly I should specify? I want to specify now, like date I need to specify. So try to put like this one, 01 01, then this is 2003, and here I put this as 01 0, I mean this is 12, then 31, then this is 2003. Like this I would like to search data. Okay, that means what? 1st January 2003 to 31st December 2003. So at that time, whatever data is modified, I want to select. Those rows I would like to select. With the between operator, I would like to do it. Okay, just select this and execute. It's going to show those rows only. Those rows actually they get selected. Total 378 rows here have been selected. Okay, 378 rows have been selected. Now suppose how many times each and every row, I mean from this is actually modified. There is a possibility, for example, take Dylon Miller, that might have been, that might have been actually modified more than once. So whether any such possibility do we have? See, coming to this, then here look at this, and here write now order by here we should use the full name. Order by full name, based on the full name we are trying to order this. Now execute this. Okay, when you look at this, anytime are you getting duplicate data, see in this. Here see, ME Roscoe is available here. This has been modified 3 times, you can see. ME Record also modified more than once. Okay, more than once that has been modified. More than once that has been modified. Let us see what exactly, why this has been modified. ME Roscoe, why that has been modified. So therefore here once again use the select statement. Select star from, this time I want to select all the things. Select star from, this is person. Here where clause I use, where first name and last name we take there. We write here where first name equal to, what do we write here? First name equal to ME, then write and last name, this equal to, here it is Roscoe we use. Okay, Roscoe we use. First name equal to ME and last name is equal to here. First name FIRST. Okay, FIRST I should use. Correct now. Followed by here, and this time I want to go with between operator like this. Here put this way. How many times during this period this has been modified, I want to find out. And what exactly here it is, modified date we should use. Modified date between, so in between those two dates, 1/1/2003 to 12/31/2003, the person first name is ME, second last name is Roscoe. So what has been modified we need to select. We need to see here. We need to see what exactly is getting modified. Just select and see here. We get here 3 rows. So what is happening in this business entity ID changing, it seems. 2145, person type, title, middle name, Roscoe, all these are email promotion is getting changed. We had 1 initially, after that it has come to 0. Okay, so here email promotion is getting changed. One more thing, business entity ID changing. 2 things are getting changed there. One is business entity ID, other one is email promotion. Those values are getting changed. They are not consistent, they are not same. So from time to time they are changing. So like this you can actually find out from the given dates, from the given 2 dates we are finding it. So what we have written there, 1/1/2003 to 31/12/2003. So in that range whatever data is available, that we are retrieving, and we actually use it Amy as first name, last name is going to be Roscoe. So here it's exact match, last name must be Roscoe and first name must be Amy. Those records are only retrieved with this select statement. Okay, we are using select statement like this. Okay, so here this way what is happening, using between operator we retrieve data. We are retrieving data using between operator this way. It is retrieving actually here 3 records for us. Therefore between can be used in this manner. This is for the dates. Similarly for strings also you can use. Okay, you can use actually for strings also between operator. It need not be always with the dates, even with the strings also you can be using it. Okay, with the strings also you can use in the other way. I try to use now this with numbers I want to use. So numbers are what here, between, I mean in the modified date actually, between, so it should be from this range. Okay, so what I want to use exactly, it must be between say July to December. I want to retrieve all those records. Therefore once again I use this. This time I want to go with I want to go with this now. Okay, with this query once again I would like to make it, but here what I do, modify date between 01 like this it is taken, but I want to use a number or I want to use a string. I would like to use a string or I want to use a number here. So therefore what I do here is, first of all I would like to do with the number. Okay, so therefore I use month. Okay, here instead of using, I just put here month of modified date between. I would like to use here this one as 7 and 12. Like this I try to use this time. Okay, I am selecting full name, title also I am selecting, but data it must be from the July to December, and similarly here I use modified date also. I would like to use even modified date in this. So therefore to get modified date, here try to use like this. First of all, month of modified date, okay, then month of modified date we use. Then similarly, see when you use month, it's going to give you here the numeric value, but you can use here date name. Using date name you can actually get here the character month. Put this as here month, then write here what exactly that is modified date. Put it as here character month, like this we put. Okay, so this way now we would like to select data. Just select this and execute. It displays like this. So here it is September, October, July, August. This way it is displaying November and December. It's going to show data like this. How many rows it is? 9788 rows are getting selected here. Okay, so this is what exactly month should be between 7 and 12, and it is going to be getting applied with all the years. It's going to take all the years. So here it's showing the data of actually July to here December. July to December, whatever data is available, it's going to show there. So here using between operator we have taken a range. We have taken a range and with that we are doing. Okay, so we are going to select like this. Is going to be selecting this way. Okay, so here what we use exactly, we use numbers 7 and 12 we use. 7th month, 8th month, 9th month, 10th and 11th, 12th month are getting selected here. So total 6 months are getting selected with this. Here it's selecting 6 months, but it's not actually limited to only 2003 year. It can be, it can be any other thing also. So therefore, if you want to select only for the 2003, you should write like this, where year of modified date equal to, you can write it as 2003, then you can write and, like this you can use. So in such cases you don't get so many records, there are going to be very few records, only for 2003 this time you can get. So only in the December here in the 2003 they have been modified, only in the month of December they have been modified. Okay, so only in 2003 in that year they have been modified, only in December in the 2003 these are modified here. That means with other example, Ami and Roscoe we have taken, so they are actually not modified in this range between 7 to 12, they are not modified. So much before that they have been modified, you can think that way. So here first of all, what year of modified date is 2003 and month of modified date is going to be between 7 and 12 order by full name. Like that we are actually retrieving data from the given table. So the table is what exactly? Person.person. So from the table we are retrieving. So we have used here a between operator. We used here between operator, using between we are retrieving. And we are combining between with the, we are combining between with the other, where clause. In the where I have used only year, modified date equal to 2003, that is exact set. But in the case of, between, it is actually whatever things are matching multiple, multiple values it can pick actually in such cases. So between 7 and 12 I am getting. So here I use it between operator. Using between operator we could do it. Now similarly I can use actually between operator with text values also. Okay, so for that what I do, I will go with the first name. First name, if it is starting with A to say some K, I want to retrieve data. I want to retrieve A to here K. So this way you do, followed by here, do like this. Then here we use one more AND clause. We can use here one more AND clause. The between 7 and 12 we put in the brackets, like this we can put it. Then write here AND. Okay, so here it should be somewhere here we need to put. Then write here AND. I want to select actually all the names which are starting from A to K. I want to go with A to K. Here therefore write full name, like this is going to be full name between, here I write A and, then what I write here, A and K, like this I try to write. But full name is not an existing column name. This is not an existing column name, therefore I can't use here full name. So therefore let me use here the first name. This I want to make as first name here. I can take this as here first name. I use this as first name. Based on the first name I can retrieve now the rows. So when I run this, what rows are going to be getting selected? Charles will be getting selected, Ebru is going to be getting selected, Gary will be selected, Kim will be selected, but Linda will not be selected. Linda is not going to be selected with this query. So just send it to next line like this. Just execute now this query. It is showing only for us 4 rows. Charles, Ebru, Gary, Altman, like this is showing. Okay, therefore here I go with this, just execute. It is showing December, fine. Now suppose I use here 1 and 12, what happens, see in this. So when you use 1 and 12, these are getting selected, this is fine. First name between A and K, we use like this. Go with this and try to execute this. A and K, when we take, but with this should be 7 and 12. We use here 7 and 12. Once again select data. What data is likely to be available for us is showing like this. So first name and last name we concatenated. It should pick Kim here. It should be picking Kim actually. So why it's not picking Kim? Let us see in this. First name between A and K we have written. When you go with this, it is showing only Charles, Ebru, Gary. So the thing which is starting with K is not actually here shown for us. So here let us try in the other way, not between, let us use. This time it shows Kim and Linda. We have used here A and K. Suppose I put here A and L. Just execute. It is selecting only L in this, A and L. Okay. If you go with A and K, okay, I go with this, then select here data. I have here these names. These names are available for me, and here first name not between A and K. When I say, once again execute it, it is showing only these two things. I remove here not operator, then try to choose here. It is showing here the 4 things. Okay, let me once again select this data, and here execute. It is displaying for us 13 and 15. If you go with this, it is showing only December. Okay, it's showing actually December. Suppose if I change it to 1, what happens? Let us see. It should not select actually January. Showing January, character month is January. So in the case of numbers, it's using actually January, it's taking, and other thing here, as you come down, you should have December also. Even December is available in this. We get actually even December in that. Okay, December is coming. So in the case of numbers, it's inclusive, but whenever you use actually with characters, it's becoming here exclusive. So the between is working like this. A and K are actually here, between A and K, whatever values are there, they are taken. Like this here, the between is working. Okay. So and here you have actually certain aliases. The alias is what here? Character month is an alias. It's a duplicate name for the column. Similarly, we used here, other thing is what? Person title is nothing but alias. We had here column aliases. We used column aliases. With the help of column aliases, we say this. Without using as also, you can make column alias. We need not use actually any column alias. Without using as also, you can display the new column name. Here it is what? Date name, month, modified date, character month we have used in that. We used character month. Okay, we used there actually character month. Similarly, for the title, we have written it as person title. So for first name and last name, its full name like this we have chosen. Okay, so therefore here this is select statement. In the select statement, we are using different types of operators. Say like between operator, then in operator we use it, like operator we have used it. Then along with that, we were using like greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, not equal to. Like this we use different operators along with the where clause. So along with the where clause we can use all such operations. Fine. So these are different operators we use. Between operator also we use. In operator we can use. Yesterday we saw all those examples with in operator, with similarly like operator. We used actually pattern searching. Similarly we used now between operator. How they are working we understood. Now we are going to look into the second one, group by we have to use. How to use group by? See. Now for example, if you come to the table, next is going to be group by related. So here we come to the sales. In the sales table, we have two columns, sales order header and sales order detail. If you look at columns, we have sales order ID, then tax amount, and probably you have customer ID in this. Based on the customer ID, I want to select maximum sales and minimum sales. Hello, Tamudu. So when you look at this, here we have order date, due date, ship date, then customer ID, then it is how much amount, tax amount, how much it is, subtotal how much, we have all this total due how much it is. Like this we have different set of data. I want to find out maximum amount how much for the given customer. So for the given customer, how much it is, I want to identify here. I want to find out the sum of, sales made by a customer, I want to find out. So this may be for 7 or 8 years. In 8 years, total how much sales the customer was made, I want to find out. Similarly, what was the minimum amount, what was the maximum amount, I want to find out. So all the things I can do with the help of the aggregate functions. Similarly, I can use group by, based on that I can do it. Here write select. Now I want to go with max of total due. I can use like this, max of total due, call this as total due AMT. Similarly, min of total due, as this is max total due, min total due. Okay, then right here you need to find out sum of this is total due, this is total amount. Okay, like this we write from what was the table name? The table name is here sales order detail, sales order header. Group by customer ID, we can use here customer ID, sales order header, followed by here customer ID. Like this we do, based on the customer ID we can group, but customer ID also must be part of the column. So this is customer ID, we put like this. What happens for the given customer? What was the total due? What was the maximum total due amount? Similarly, minimum total due amount. So this is total amount. So how much it was, you can calculate. We can calculate that way. Now execute this. It can calculate and can show us customer ID 14324, total due amount was 2535964, minimum total due amount was 8589607, but total amount was actually 5659.1783. Like this we are getting total due amount with one single purchase was 2535. So minimum total due amount was 858. Total amount actually the person made was 5659.1783 and customer ID 1434. Like this you can actually group it. Group by clause, with the help of that you could do it. So here group by, we have done this. Select max of total due, called as max total due amount, min of total due, min total due amount, that is sum of total due, total amount, that is. Then customer ID from sales order header, group by customer ID. Based on the customer ID we are grouping it and showing. So like this here we could actually calculate the maximum value. So max function, min function, then sum function we have within the function predefined functions. They are part of actually programmability. There you can find under aggregate functions. Okay, so here maximum sale made by the customer 14324 we found, minimum sales, minimum total due amount, how much it was we found out, total amount how much it was we found out. So like this we could retrieve data like aggregate data we could find. Now here see how many total number of sales a customer was made, you can find out. Write like this, select count of this customer ID as here number of sales, it is number of sales, followed by we try to put here count of customer ID, then customer ID, this is from The table name is what here? Sales dot sales order header. Okay, group by, here we use group by customer ID. How many sales the customer has made, we can find out with this. Now just execute. So here customer ID 11330, it is 3 sales, like this it's giving here. Few customers they made actually 12 sales also in this. Okay, few customers they made actually like this also, few made 12 sales. Okay, maximum seems to be 12, few are made actually 11, like this we have actually. So each and every customer how many times they shopped it, we found out. Okay, we found out like that. Now similarly, each and every sales amount let us try to find out, group by customer ID. Suppose a customer has gone 12 times, but probably the sales may be less. Okay, therefore in such cases now we can find out. Customer ID, we take their customer ID, customer how many times has gone, then similarly sum of total sales we take. Okay, sum of sales also we are going to take, customer ID, based on that now we try to find out. Here once again write the query, customer ID, number of sales, total amount due we take this time, this is sum of total due. This is total amount, comma, customer ID from sales order header, from there we take, we are grouping based on that. Okay, based on that now we are trying to execute this, what happens, see what data it's going to be getting retrieved. We get like this. So here customer ID 14324 visited 3 times but made actually 5659.173. Okay, similarly as you come down here, few people they are making, I mean everybody, few people, okay, somebody made actually 6738.931. Okay, some other people they are making like 38,1763.5549, like this it's made. Group by customer ID, order by, here I want to go with the number of sales, with that you can find now order by number of sales. So in such cases that's going to be really easy for us to calculate, to see things clearly, it helps us. Just execute. So number of sales are 1, this is 5 point something we got like this. As number of sales increase, okay, as number of sales increase, what is this here? Select count of customer ID, number of sales. Why we are getting this particular site? Okay, that many rows they are. Okay, total number of rows are going to be here 19,199. 28 sales, only 1314, like this we got. Okay, so who made maximum sale and how many counts they had, we need to find out. Similarly we write here max of, okay, max amount we need to take from that. Is it possible to take max of sales amount? We cannot take from that. Fine. So here this is what total amount we are calculating, based on that we do, based on the total amount let us try to, based on order by number of sales, comma, total amount let us use, like this we use. based on the number of sales as well as total amount. Try to use this. Okay, so based on the total amount also we show whenever it's matching total amount we use in the descending order. We try to do here descending order for that. Just execute now. So what's happening? 29621, number of sales are only 1 there, but amount is this much. If you look at here 28161, number of sales are 1 only, but as you proceed here you can find more and more. This one also let us use actually DESC. Number of sales also we try to use DESC. Okay, so maximum sales we are going to get first of all in this. Maximum sales we are using it as 28 here, and here total amount comes like this. This is DESC. Okay, so 11176, that is actually maximum amount. Then when number of sales are 28 for both people, who made maximum sales we are finding out from this. So here this way you can actually use the select statement along with the group by here. We use it select statement here, we are finding out aggregate data. Aggregation of data can be done this way here. Okay, now suppose I want to use here even. Now here suppose I want to go with the number of sales. I want to use here number of sales. In this, each and every sale must be in this. Having I put here having number of sales greater than say some 10. Like this, number of sales must be 10. Okay, minimum I would like to use here 10. Execute it. Okay, we don't have here number of sales column, therefore number of sales column is not available for us. Okay, therefore here in this group by customer ID, here number of sales are available. So there is no such column, therefore here you cannot select in that way. Okay, fine. Let me first demonstrate here. You need to see here. You can say I put here where class, where count of customer ID greater than sum or equal to 10. Let us try to put in this. No space in between them. We should not have here. We cannot use here like this. where it's not needed. So this time we can get like this, having count of customer ID greater than or equal to 10. That means what? Number of sales whatever are greater than 10, they are only selected. Okay, less than 10, if you have number of sales, they are not selected. Like this we can use the having clause along with the say group by customer ID, having count of customer ID greater than or equal to 10, order by number of sales DSC, total amount also we are doing in the DSC, I mean in the descending order. So like this, here we can actually select data from the given table. The table is what? Here table is here sales order header. So from sales order header table we are retrieving data this way. So this is exactly using the group functions. Count function, then count finds actually how many rows are available. Similarly, we use their maximum, the minimum, their sum we used actually. So in the select query we have used group by, then having clause also, then we use order by. Even if you want to use a where clause, that also can be used. So this way you can be using with the select statement the group by as well as having order by along with the where clause. Okay, so we have used it today between operator also, in also we used yesterday. Okay, so we have seen few group by functions. This is for today, and tomorrow further we explore the select statement. Thank you very much.